Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. Sorry that I had to change my shirt and all that, and my hair is puffy too. I had to go out and run some errands for an hour or two, so I was a little busy for the past few hours, and I also had to eat lunch when I got home, so yeah. I'm returning to you for section 2 of the worst movies of 2022 so far, part 1 video, and yeah, this is for section 2 of this video for worst movies of 2022 so far, part 1. So I'm going to continue where I left off. I think it was at number 11 to 15, and let you know my thoughts on the worst movies of 2022 so far, part 1, section 2 video. So let's dive into this video. Now, there's one number that I'm going to mention, but I'm not going to really go into much explanation in that because I don't want to say the wrong thing and come off very prejudiced or whatever, because it's a movie about, well, a certain topic that I shouldn't put on this list, but I chose to because I didn't like the movie and what it was going for. But yeah, to go to number 11 now is Moonshot. Fucking hated this movie. It's not that I hated this movie, it's just it was disappointing because of the fact that Cole Sprouse in the movie, his character was annoying as shit, and honestly, his character didn't do anything for the movie to keep it entertaining. The actress that played beside him was alright, was actually a better standout in this movie, like the better part of the movie, to bring the rating up a bit for this movie. But did the movie succeed? Not really. And here's why. Because some of the performances were not very well done, and the script was kind of washed up. It was a washed up script. The pacing was sadly disappointing, was what it was going for. It was the execution and delivery wasn't very well received, so this was a disappointing movie on HBO Max. But I had to watch it online because I don't have HBO Max. But I got a chance to watch it. I gave my honest review. You can definitely go check out my Moonshot movie review. And at number 11, I picked Moonshot with. At number 11, I picked Moonshot. Sorry if I'm messing up on what I'm trying to say. I was gonna say something else, but I kind of fucked up there, so please forgive me on that. Next, at number 12 is Morbius. This was a pretty bad movie. The way the script is playing out and the scenes in the movie and sequences, the CGI is kind of terrible in this movie, and it's not a well-received movie, meaning the execution is pretty bad. This was one of the worst movies this year. Not the worst of the worst, but it was pretty bad, for sure. I don't know which movie's gonna be the worst of the year, but we'll just wait and see how the rest of the year turns out. But yeah, Morbius, Jared Leto's character was okay, but it didn't summarize a lot about this movie in the best ways. It explained it in the worst ways, and like I said, the CGI is bad, the script is bad, and it's a worthless piece of shit movie. And even the post credit scenes were pretty bad too. I didn't like them either. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? So I really hated Morbius at the end of the day. It was a piece of garbage. So at number 12, I picked Morbius. Number 13 is Fantastic Beasts: The Secret of Dumbledore, or The Secrets of Dumbledore. This movie was lifeless, boring, and bland, and had nothing interesting that I liked about it. Mads Mikkelsen was actually probably the best thing about the movie, but everything else, like Scamander, or whatever, Newt Scamander, I believe is his name, the guy that plays Newt, I'm not feeling for his character too much anymore. And it's just, they're looking for new Beast. Uh, that's why it's called Fantastic Beasts. It's a Harry Potter spinoff. The it's before Harry Potter, of course, but still, Fantastic Beasts is a disappointing movie from start to finish. Uh, it just I felt bored with this movie and unentertained by it. So yeah, at number 13 I picked Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. You can definitely go check out my movie review for it. I think you may like it. I did praise Mads Mikkelsen because he is a surprising bad guy and he played his character Grindelwald very well in this movie. Even though Johnny Depp was the original Grindelwald, I think Mads Mikkelsen pulled it off with what he was going for. Next is the movie about a topic that I shouldn't mention, but it's being talked about so much in movies like this nowadays, and this is Alice, the Kiki Palmer movie. I wasn't a fan of it. The reason why is because the ideas were overused, and it's a movie that's been done before in many other movies about the topic called slavery. And I don't mean to say that in a bad way because I don't want to come off as a racist or anything. It's just, this was a movie I didn't want to put on my list, but it had to be on this list because of the way the execution and the delivery was with this movie. I think Common and Kiki Palmer were probably the best things about the movie. Everyone else in the movie, I just didn't feel like the movie put enough effort to have a good script. So I was kind of let down by this movie, and it was not a good movie, in my opinion. It's, like I said, it was another Antebellum that they did. Antebellum being the worst movie of 2020. Um, Not the worst movie of the year, but it was a pretty bad movie. But yeah, it just, they're trying, we get it. We know racism is a bad thing and slavery is a bad thing. We understand that. But it's the way you go about it with these kinds of movies. It just gets overused with the ideas. And that's what I didn't like about this movie. I don't hate people of that. Uh, I don't want to say the wrong thing and come off as very prejudiced, so I'm gonna probably keep my mouth shut after what I just said. So please forgive me if I came off that way. That wasn't my intention. It's just, I, in my honest opinion, didn't like the movie. That's just how I feel, and hopefully you can respect that. So at number 14, I picked Alice. Like I said, the ideas were overused from previous movies that have been done like this before about this certain topic that I was talking about with the movie's concept and premise. And yeah, it just wasn't a very well executed movie. So, number 14, Alice. I didn't do a movie review for it due to the fact that I didn't want to express my opinion on a movie about that kind of topic, but I just wanted to express it in this worst movies of 2022 video, and it was a pretty bad movie. But at number 15, we're moving on from that touchy subject. Please forgive me if I went on mumbling and rambling about it. I didn't mean to. I just wanted to express my own opinion, and that's the end of it. So that's all I got to say about that movie. Didn't like it, and that's it. Because the ideas were overused too much. But at number 15 is The Bubble. This I recently just watched, like yesterday or the other day, and I wasn't a fan of this movie. This movie sucked, honestly. It's just they're making a movie about dinosaurs. Cliff Beast 6, I think is what they called the movie in the Bubble movie. It just felt like unfunny. The script was very god awful, and it was a mess of a movie. Like, even the jokes didn't land very well. Some of them did, but others were just plain out boring jokes and unfunny ones too. And I'm like, this is a god awful script. I had to endure 2 hours and 6 minutes of this movie, of this piece of shit movie. So I like the cast that's in it, but the cast didn't wasn't the problem with the movie. It was the script and the execution of the movie and the delivery too. And that's what made this movie fall downhill real fast. So yeah, it's just a bland, boring piece of shit movie in my opinion. But at number 15 is The Bubble. That's going to be it for this Worst Movies of 2022 so far, Part 1, Section 2 video. And for the whole topic of Worst Movies of 2022 so far, Part 1. Comment below. Let me know what your worst movies of 2022 so far are, if you have a list for it, for the so far list, because this year's not over yet. We're in the month of May now, so yeah. I know May the 4th is coming up very soon, in like a day and a half, so hopefully I probably might do a ranking video for Star Wars, from ranking worst to best Star Wars movies, in my opinion. But yeah, if you did enjoy this worst movies of 2022 so far video, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can support the channel. Sorry that I mentioned a topic in my 14th spot on this list at my number 14 for the movie Alice. I just wasn't a fan of that movie, in my opinion. And I didn't want to talk about that topic because that's going to be the last movie I watch pertaining to that topic, because it's not my place to say my opinion on it, but come on. It was an overused idea, and hopefully the people understand that I was just expressing my own opinion on what I thought of the movie itself, not the topic at hand. But yeah, it was the execution and the delivery of that movie that I was really bummed out about. But that's just my opinion. Like I said, I will return to you for another video, maybe before I do my live stream on Twitch at, I think I'm going to do the Twitch live stream at 9 p.m. And I probably will have another live stream on the channel soon. I don't know if I'm doing one today or tomorrow. I gotta see what I'm doing. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed this worst movies of 2022 so far, part 1, sections 1 and 2 video. Keep in mind I did the best I could to make them both as good as possible, along with this one. Stay safe, guys. Take care, and I'll see you soon in my next review.